Hello, my name is Tad Dowse, and I'm the Executive Director for the 501c3 nonprofit EduEverything. Since our organization was formed, we have offered STEM and robotics education programs throughout the nation. In 2018, we launched Drones in School, a comprehensive STEM program wrapped around the exciting sport of drone racing. Today, I'll be sharing a brief overview of this exciting program and how you can join in on the fun. Drones in School was designed by classroom educators and administrators who see value in developing hands-on and engaging learning opportunities for students. Drones in School utilizes small-scale drone technology, allowing students to develop technical skills through a process that is safe and scalable for the classroom environment. As you will see in the next few minutes, students not only get to race drones, but they also are involved in design, engineering, marketing, project management, graphic design, 3D printing, and a number of other high-demand skills that position them well for a future career. In 2020, we formed the Multi-GP STEM Alliance, a partnership with the Collegiate Drone Racing Association and Multi-GP, the world's largest drone racing organization. As part of the Multi-GP STEM Alliance, students will be able to apply the knowledge gained throughout their life, from middle school to college and beyond. Drones in School teams work through a 5-step process to prepare for each competitive event. This process is similar to the engineering design loop, or maybe you've heard of Plan, Do, Study, Act, also known as the PDSA cycle. Over the next few minutes, I will go through each of these steps and lay out a little more detail about what's involved for your team. During the plan stage, teams will need to develop their brand and identity. They will start creating their budget and begin raising capital through team sponsorship. I often explain to groups that our students are basically creating a business, and that business is a drone racing team. Just like other racing teams, we encourage our groups to partner with business and industry in their area for sponsors and mentors. We also leverage curriculum resources from the Project Management Institute. As a longtime advocate of project-based learning, I had never realized there was a body of knowledge around project management that educators could access to better understand the skills needed for students in the workforce. The Project Management Institute is the entity that maintains that body of knowledge. Their education foundation offers free resources for use in the classroom. As we began studying project management, we realized that many educators are serving as the project manager for most of the projects happening in their classroom. This is often an overwhelming and daunting task, and we believe this is one reason why teachers often face burnout and frustration with project-based learning. By using the resources available from the Project Management Institute, students take on the role as project manager, and educators move up to their proper role of project sponsor. As project sponsor, you will give final approval, provide the resources necessary to complete a project, but the project manager, the student, is the one who tracks timelines, project scope, and manages their fellow team members to ensure the project is completed. In the design phase, teams create a variety of assets. This includes their team logo, their color palette, and designing the frame for their racing drone. All students start off with a commercially available drone frame, and depending on their age group, middle school or high school, they will either need to modify that frame so it can carry the required payload for the season, or they'll need to design and manufacture a new frame from scratch. Most of our teams utilize 3D computer-aided design software, also known as CAD, and additive manufacturing, 3D printing, for this process. Details regarding the specifications and requirements are listed in the annual Drones in School Season Guide. If you do not already have a CAD program that you use with your students, we have had many teams have great success with a program called Onshape. Onshape's cloud-based solution is a great solution for schools since it is platform agnostic and works on nearly any web-enabled device, including Chromebooks. Onshape also has a great set of tutorials and micro badges your students can earn as they increase their knowledge and skills around 3D modeling. Now we get to the make stage of the season, and there are many things that need to be made. First off, as I mentioned when talking about design, students need to either make an attachment or a new frame for their racing drone. Students will also be creating a portfolio that showcases the work they have done, a marketing video to promote their team, and a team display that showcases the highlights from the season in a science fair board format. I'll talk more about this later in the presentation. Many of our teams do choose to utilize 3D printer technology for various aspects of creating what they need. However, 3D printers are not required to participate in this program, but they are pretty useful when it comes to creating prototypes. On the screen, you'll see some examples of design work completed by students on the High Five drone team when they were the national champion team. Notice how the team drives their branding through all aspects of the competition. You'll also see examples from the team's Facebook page, photorealistic renderings of the team's racing drone design, and their unique stair-step team display that features all of their racing frame designs as they work through the iterative process of innovation to create a functional racing drone. Now we get to the testing phase. In this phase, students will need to test and improve their drone designs. Students will put their drone through its paces and test all aspects. As they work through the engineering process, they will need to make changes to the design. These are documented in their portfolio and shared through their team display and possibly even the marketing video. It is important to note that throughout the 5-step process outlined, students may need to circle back to earlier stages if issues arise. Many times that happens right here in the testing stage. Rarely does a design work flawlessly the first time, and teams often need to return to the planning stage to figure out what went wrong. This is where they begin the process of modifying their design or their plans. One really cool thing your students will do in the testing phase is utilize the open source software Betaflight to set up and tune their racing drone. Although our program does not involve any programming for autonomous flight, Betaflight does provide a wonderful window into the firmware and algorithms that make drone flight possible. As students increase their expertise and push to get the most from their racing drone, they can access PID tuning, throttle curves, and other settings to optimize the responsiveness available to each pilot's individual preferences. Also, since Betaflight is an open source software, students who are interested in coding can even get involved with updates to the software itself. Now we're on to the last step, the race. Teams prepare their drone, their video, portfolio, and display for each competition. These items are evaluated by the event judging team based on a rubric in the annual season guide. During a live event, teams will participate in 2 types of races, a head-to-head race and a capture the flag race. In addition to our live racing, we also offer monthly virtual races and simulator-only races, where teams can record head-to-head race results and submit their video, portfolio, and display through an online portal. This allows any school to set up a track at their location and participate in global events from the comfort of home. By participating in face-to-face, virtual, or simulator events, teams earn points throughout the season in hopes of earning an invitation to the national race. Our national race is held in cooperation with the AUVSI Exponential Conference. Exponential is the premier conference for unoccupied systems, and students will not only get to compete with teams from around the world, but they will also be exposed to the latest technology in this field. Now let's talk a little bit more about the races. For our Capture the Flag race, there is a red team and a blue team, and each team races 2 drones. On the field, there are 10 Capture the Flag beacons. 5 of them begin the race blue, and 5 of them are red. When the official starts the race, both teams lift off from their launch pad and fly their 2 drones onto the field to hover over the top of any opposite color beacon. This triggers the ultrasonic sensor, flipping the color to their team. Once the beacon flips color, the opposing team can flip it back to score it for them by flying over it with their drone. This back and forth action continues, with each team trying to maximize their points before the 2-minute time expires. At the end of the race, each team scores 5 points for each beacon that is their color. They also earn an additional 10 points for each drone that is landed back on the launch pad before time ran out. For head-to-head races, team pilots utilize the first-person view camera on the drone to fly through a series of gates and flags that define the race course. For head-to-head racing, each team flies one pilot. If a pilot misses an obstacle, they must go back and pick it up before continuing on the race course. If a drone flips over or gets stuck, the pilot is assisted by the team spotter, who will go on to the race course and upright the drone so it can continue flight. If needed, they'll retrieve the drone for repair. At a race event, awards are given in 5 categories: design and engineering, portfolio and display, marketing video, capture the flag racing, and head-to-head racing. Teams earn points based on their race performance and how the judges score their display booth engineering and technical skills, their marketing video, and their portfolio. These scores combine to award the overall race event champion. This structure provides an opportunity for any student to be involved in this program and find success. In most cases, the team with the best pilot does not become the overall event champion, but the team who is really invested in the engineering, technical, and marketing aspects of the Drones in School program come out on top. Here are a few examples of the team displays. As you can see, branding and the marketing aspect are important pieces for showcasing your team. Additionally, making space for sponsors and documenting the various aspects of drone design help each team tell the story of their progress for the season. A Drones in School team consists of 2 to 6 students who fill 6 required job roles for their group. With the exception of the project manager, team members can fill 1 or multiple roles depending on the needs of your group and how you decide to structure your team. One job that you might have expected to see but do not see listed is that of the pilot. For the Drones in School program, we believe any student can be a pilot. Becoming a pilot is a learned skill that anyone can develop with practice and persistence. Throughout the course of the season, the pilot role may change based on the performance, testing, and practice races held at your school. We encourage all students involved with the Drones in School program to try their hand at being the pilot for their team. It's a lot of fun and might even open the door to a future hobby or career. To help our teams get started, we provide free curriculum for all registered Drones in School teams. The curriculum is divided into units covering most aspects of the knowledge needed to field a successful team. Units are also tagged for the 6 job roles required for the Drones in School program. You can choose to have all students do every part of the curriculum, or you can have each job role focus only on the units that relate to their specific tasks. Either way, you have a resource at your fingertips to help you get started with a drone racing program for your school. So, how can you get involved? Well, first of all, you should go to our website and join our email newsletter. You can subscribe under About, Contact Us. If you are ready to get started, you can register your team or attend one of our online workshops, where you will receive one of our supported drone kits, and through 3 2-hour online Zoom sessions for a total of 6 hours, you will learn how to configure, operate, and maintain your drone. You can also become an event partner and host races for our program. Event partners can be schools or other organizations with access to a large event space, such as a gymnasium or conference center. Details for all these options can be found on our website, dronesinschool.com. To wrap up, I'd like to show a short highlight video so you can see what all the excitement is about.
We made it a long ways to get to the 2022 Drones in School National Championship. Multi-GP STEM Alliance founded in October of 2020. So, you're all here. You're at AVSI 2022. How are we doing?
Come on now.
Let's make some noise. Here we go. we are here to do heads-up racing and capture the flag and crown the victorious, for bragging rights, Multi-GP STEM Alliance Drones in School champion. So,
First ever.
First ever.
With our payload, we came up with a pretty good design initially. I'd say the biggest issues with the payload were just printer issues, because as you can see, it's concave, got over 10-20 minutes just poking out spore material and trying not to break it.
This frame is made out of a carbon fiber nylon mix.
Yeah, we got the brain, you got the FB.
We got a brain logo on the side,
We're ready to
on
go.
the top.
Yep, on your mark, get set, go!
It took a long time, flipping the motor rotation, the camera mount. That's the toughest one, really, to recreate the regular 5-inch race drones.
So proud of my girls. They're doing awesome.
It's fantastic to be here. This is an amazing exhibition, and the race experience is fantastic for the students.
Monkey Brains, you just won the Drones in School Multi-GP STEM Alliance Championship. What are you going to do next?
We're going to Disney!
Thank you for stopping in to learn more about drones in school and how you can have your students build micro drones in your classroom. I hope this has piqued your interest, and I encourage you to investigate all the various drone-related programs available. However, if you're looking for a drone racing option for students that provides great opportunities to cover a wide variety of technology-related content, Drones in School might be for you. Thanks again, and have a great day.